Hi, Steve, Caleb, and Keith with Brownells here, and today we wanted to look at some of our favorite cartridges and some of our favorite loads for those cartridges. Caleb, why don't you go first?
Yeah, absolutely. So, first up, I have the 9mm. Now, of course, this is extremely popular. I'm sure you've all heard of it. But the cool thing about it is that it's been around since 1902, I believe, developed by Mr. Luger himself.
Yeah.
But also, the projectile of my choice is the Federal Hydra-Shok 124 grain. Now, that didn't come around until the late 80s after the FBI requested a better round for self-defense and protection and things like that. So, excellent load. I love that one for the 9mm. It's definitely my go-to, not only buying off the shelf, but for reloading personal defense ammunition as well. And also, I'd like to mention that my preferred powder is the Reloder for that one. Not going to give you any weight, so I'm going to keep that. That's my secret. And then next up, I have the 6.5 Grendel.
Okay.
Yep. So if you know me, you know I like my 6.5s and then also my quarter bores. But with this 6.5, the cool thing about it is that it is made for the AR-15 platform. Whereas things like the 6.5 Creedmoor you have to do in your larger 308 platforms. Right. But this one here was developed by Alexander Arms in 2003 to 2004, that time frame. And another awesome thing about it is that it was designed to be a 200 to 800 yard round for the AR-15, which is awesome. And they actually did a lot of testing on it, and at 1,000 yards, this particular bullet provided more energy and armor penetration than the 7.62 NATO.
Seriously?
Yeah, which is a super cool fun fact about that particular cartridge. And my projectile of choice is the 123 grain SST from Hornady. And then as far as the powder goes, the Reloder 10X does great for me on this one. And again, my recipe, it's a secret, you can't have it.
I've got a Grendel upper I haven't shot. I think I'm going to have to look at that load.
Yeah,
you gotta
absolutely.
Tell me what it is.
Yeah, we're friends, we'll share.
The bromance over there going on.
What do you got?
My favorites, I've got three of them here. 300 Blackout, 308 Winchester or 7.62 NATO, and the real 6.5, 6.5 by 55 Swede.
Yes.
The 6.5 Swede is probably my favorite round of them all. I mean, it's just shoots smooth, it shoots flat, it hits hard. 140 grain bullet, you're cranking out at about 2,500 feet per second, maybe 26. And foot-pounds is right at about 2,300. So it's almost square velocities and energy right there. They're great. I mean, bolt action. I've got an AG-42, which is one of the few semi-autos that shoots 6.5, but still though, it's great. 140 grain Lapua bullets are just pretty much, to me, the pinnacle of the performance on those.
You know, that round used to be really exotic, and then back in the 90s, we imported all those Swedish Mausers and Youngman 42s.
Yep, sure did.
And all of a sudden, everybody was shooting 6.5 Swede there for a while.
Yeah.
And we were making Sporter Mausers and importing those AG-42s. And everywhere you looked, there was 6.5 by 55, and it got to be quite a thing. And then people started using it on white-tailed deer and figured out it's perfect.
Yeah. And Sweden and Norway, this was the official round of the Swedish military from, oh Lord, since whenever it first come out to in the middle 90s. I mean, it's a long lineage there. 101 years, I believe, is how long they used it. But for hunting, they've used it for moose, reindeer. I mean, deer. It's large and medium-sized game.
It works on all of it.
It does it on all. I mean, whether it be human or animal, it does it. But no, that's my favorite round on the 6.5s. Now the 7.62 NATO. Mimicking the 118 LR 168 grain bullet, won't go into powders and stuff, but Lake City brass, it's with a good bolt action, or even the new gas guns.
Yeah.
The AR platform 308, that's an excellent round on that. I'm still partial to the 6.5, but Now, on for silenced work, the 300 Blackout, 185 grain up to a little heavier. That right there in the subsonic round is optimum. 8-inch barrel, they're fantastic. I mean, you've got great. The 300 Black around the 8.5 inch barrel is optimized for the burn rate. Anything past that, it's really not doing any much more. But yeah, if you're running suppressed subsonic, that's the route to go right there.
Sweet. Well, I got a couple of really traditional rounds. Here's the vaunted 44 Special with my favorite 245 grain Keith wadcutter. This has a healthy dose of Unique behind it, like Skeeter Skelton would load. And then 357 Magnum, I'm shooting cast hollow points. Those are on top of a dose of 2400. These are really traditional loads. This hollow point is a Keith hollow point. It's a little bit longer. This is the Ray Thompson design here by Lyman. And the difference is this one will fit in my Model 27 and my Model 28. This one's a little too long. That goes in the Rugers and everything else, and my Model 19s and what have you, 586. The cast hollow point's making a comeback. A lot of talk about those on the forum. They just brought this mold back out, Lyman did. The 358 439 is back in production. And then this is an old 358 156 HP I picked up at a gun show years ago. But you really can't go wrong with these bullets. They're accurate, they hit hard, and this may just be a 44 Special, but in my medium frame flat top, it'll take out a deer, no problem. And then two more, close to my heart. Those are not the same cartridge. This is a 30-30. This is a 32 Special. The 32 Special is the first deer gun I ever used. And you use the traditional 170 here, 150 grain here, and then a typical load would be IMR 30-31. Nice and safe, low pressure, easy to shoot, and yet plenty for deer hunting. And I don't know how many whitetails have been taken up in Wisconsin where I'm from with those two rounds right there. So those are my faves.
Yeah, and the 30-30 is arguably taken more deer in America than any other cartridge.
And a lot of elk too.
Oh yeah. It's certainly get the job done.
People used to shoot everything with that when it came out.
Oh yeah, classic.
Some pretty cool cartridges. Well, thanks guys, I enjoyed it.
Same here.
Same here, yeah, great time.
If you want to chime in with your favorite loads and your favorite cartridges, leave us a comment. We want to take a look at them. In the meantime, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.